SCP was opened by Mr. Francis Gehry, Director General of WIPO, who welcomed the participants. Mr. Marco Alemán, Director, Patent Law Division, acted as Secretary. Agenda Item 2, election of the Chair and 2 Vice Chairs. The SCP unanimously elected for 1 year Mr. Damaso Pardo from Argentina as Chair, and Mr. Adrian Negoita from Romania, and Mr. Serkan Özkan from Turkey as Vice Chairs. Item 3, adoption of the agenda. The SCP adopted the revised draft agenda, document SCP/27/1, Prop 2. Item 4 of the agenda, adoption of the draft report of the 26th session. The committee adopted the draft report of its 26th session, document SCP/26/8, Prop 2, as proposed. Agenda Item 5, accreditation of observers. The SCP approved the accreditation of the National Inventors Hall of Fame as ad hoc observer, document SCP/27/7. Agenda Item 6, report on the International Patent System. Discussions were based on document SCP/27/2. Some delegations share information on recent development of the national regional patent laws with the committee. The SCP agreed that the information concerning certain aspects of national regional patent laws, which can be found on the web page indicated in the document, would be updated based on input received from member states. Agenda Item 7, exceptions and limitation to patent rights. Discussions were based on document SCP/14/7 and SCP/19/6 and SCP/27/3. The committee has discussion on a draft reference document on exceptions regarding acts for obtaining regulatory approval from authorities. SCP/27/3. Some delegation provided their comments on the draft reference document and suggested working on the draft further. The committee continued discussion on the issues regarding exceptions and limitations to patent rights. Agenda Item 8, patents and health. Discussions were based on document SCP/16/7 and 7 correlative or corrected, no? Correndum. Okay, sorry about it. And SCP/17/7, SCP/24/4, SCP/26/6, SCP-27/6, 8 and 8 Addendum. A half-day information exchange session on publicly accessible databases on patent information status and data on medicine and vaccines was held. The representative of the WHO made a presentation on that topic, and the representative of the MPP made a presentation on its Medicine Patents and Licensing Database, MEDSPAL. In addition, a sharing session among member states on patent and other related issues on access to medicine was held. The representative of the WHO and the World Trade Organization presented the issues regarding the availability of generic medicines in developing countries and least developed countries. The committee discussed a document supplementing document SCP/26/5 regarding constraints faced by developing countries and less developing countries in making full use of patent flexibilities and their impacts on access to affordable, especially essential medicine for public health purposes in those countries. Document SCP-27/6. The committee continued further discussion on the aspect reflected in the proposal by the African Group, SCP-16/7 and 7 Correndum, and SCP-24/4, and by the United States of America, SCP-17/11. The delegation of Canada introduced its revised proposal to conduct a review of existing research on patent and access to medical products and health technologies. Document SCP-27/8 and 8 Addendum. Some delegations suggested other activities to be carried out by the committee with respect to patents and health. Agenda Item 9, Quality of Patents including Opposition System. Discussions were based on document SCP-17/7, 8 and 10, SCP-18/9, SCP-19/4, SCP-20/11 revised, SCP-23/4, SCP-24/3, SCP-27/4 revised and 5 revised. The committee discussed the updated responses to the questionnaire on the term quality of patents and cooperation between patent offices in search and examinations. Document SCP-27/4 review and 5 review. A half-day information exchange session on cooperation between patent offices in search and examination was held. In addition, a sharing session was held on further examples and cases related to the assessment of inventive step, giving a particular attention to the topics suggested in paragraph 8 of document SCP-24/3, which was the proposal by the delegation of Spain. Furthermore, the Secretariat presented the web page on opposition and administrative revocation mechanisms at WIPO, INT, SCP, and so on. The committee continued discussions on the issues under this agenda item. Some delegations suggested activities to be carried out by the committee with respect to quality of patent, including opposition systems. Agenda Item 10, Confidentiality and communications between client and their patent advisors. A sharing session was held on the experiences of member states in implementing the confidentiality of communication between clients and their patent advisors through national legislation, including cross-border issues. Some delegations suggested activities to be carried out by the committee under this agenda item. Some other delegations suggested that the issue was outside of the scope of the committee. Agenda Item 11, Transfer of Technology. A sharing session on patent law provision that contributed to effective transfer of technology was held. Some delegations suggested activities to be carried out by the committee under this agenda item. Some other delegations suggested that discussion on this topic should take place in the CDIP. Agenda Item 12, Other Issues, Informative Session on Legislative Assistance in the Field of Patent and Related Capacity Building. The Secretariat organized an informative session on legislative assistance in the field of patent and related capacity building. Agenda Item 13, Future Work. The committee decided its future work as follows. The non-exhausted list of issues will remain open for further elaboration and discussion at the next session of the SCP. Without prejudice to the mandate of the SCP, the committee agreed that its work for the next session be confined to the fact-finding and not lead to harmonization at this stage, and would be carried out as follows. Exceptions and limitations to patent rights. The Secretariat will continue working on a draft reference document on exceptions and limitations. It will submit a second draft reference document on exception regarding acts for obtaining regulatory approval from authorities to SCP-28. In this regard, the Secretariat will invite Member States to send any additional inputs with respect to, for example, challenges faced by Member States in implementing the exceptions and result of the national regional implementation. The Secretariat will prepare a first draft reference document on the research exceptions and will submit it to SCP-29. Quality of patents, including opposition systems. The Secretariat will prepare a further study on inventive step, giving a particular attention to the topics suggested in paragraph 8 of document SCP-24/4, proposed by the Delegation of Spain. A sharing session on opposition and administrative revocation mechanism will be held at SCP-28. The session will address national regional experience, challenges encountered, and possible solutions, among others. Member States will continue to share their experience on cooperation between patent offices in search and examination, including sharing of information concerning the corresponding foreign application and grants at SCP-28. Member States may address challenges encountered and possible solutions, among other issues. Patents and health. The committee will continue exchanging information on publicly accessible databases on patent information status and data on medicine and vaccines at SCP-28, taking the issues addressed in paragraph 18 and 19 of document SCP-24/4, proposed by the African Group for a Work Program on Patents and Health, into consideration. The Secretariat will update the feasibility study on the disclosure of international non-proprietary names, INN, in patent applications and patents, document SCP-21/9, and submit it to SCP-28. Member States will share their experiences with respect to enhancing examiners' capacity, particularly in small and medium-sized offices at SCP-28. The Secretariat will report its technical assistance activities in this area at SCP-28. The committee will continue discussion on the revised proposal by the Delegation of Canada, co-sponsored by the Delegation of Switzerland, document SCP-27/8 and 8 addendum, and SCP-28. Confidentiality of communication between clients and their patent advisors. Member States will continue sharing their experiences and court cases in implementing the confidentiality of communication between clients and their patent advisors through national legislation, including cross-border issues. Transfer of technology. Member States will continue sharing information on patent law provision that contributed to effective transfer of technology. Well, before adjourning the session,
You need to read. You need to keep reading.
Sorry. Point 26. The Secretariat informed the SCP that the dates of its 28th session to be held in Geneva was tentatively scheduled from July 9 to 12, 2018. The SCP noted that the present document was a summary established under the responsibility of the chair and that the official record would be contained in the report of the session. The report would reflect all the interventions made during the meeting and would be adopted in accordance with the procedure agreed by the SCP at its fourth session, see document SCP/4/6, paragraph 11, which provided for the members of the SCP to comment on the draft report made available on the SCP electronic forum. The committee would then be invited to adopt the draft report, including the documents received at this following session. The SCP noted the contents of this summary by the chair. Now, before adjourning the session, I would like to thank you again, the interpreters. Thank you all the people that helped with the preparation of the document. And of course, the excellent work done by the coordinators and all the delegate members and the very positive attitude towards getting a consensus. So in my view, it was a very experienced and relevant week, very good for all the countries involved. So I'm very happy and thank you all of you and would expect to see you next July.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've conveyed the news to the Director General of our success today, and we were recalling a year ago when on Friday we were here quite late and we were not successful in reaching a consensus on a way forward. And I observed at the time that this time of year for many of us is a season of hope, and expressed the hope that in 2017 we would be more successful. I think today, Mr. Chairman, I can say that this is the season of miracles. We are finished and it's not even 3:45, and that is both a tribute to the leadership of our chair, but it's also a tribute to all of you who took this week very seriously and obviously participated in it in a very robust and constructive way, and readily came to a consensus on a way forward for the next meeting in July. So I congratulate all of you, and on behalf of the Director General, I wish you all the best for the season and safe journeys home. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now we can declare the session is adjourned. Thank you and have a good trip back home.
Good.